Hey everybody, it's Taylor and I'm here to bring you a Devo. And I'm in Luke 24 and verse 8. And right before this, it's right after the resurrection, and the women go to the tomb expecting to see Jesus' body, but he's obviously not there. And these angels show up and they're like, "Why would you look for the living one in a tomb? Don't you remember what he told you?" And they recount like what he had told them and everything. And so in verse 8 it says, all at once they remembered his words. Leaving the tomb, they went to break the news to the 11 and to all the others of what they had seen and heard. Verse 11, when the disciples heard the testimony of the women, it made no sense, and they were unable to believe what they heard. Okay, how sad. But then also encouraging, because all you have to do is sacrifice your understanding. Like, that's all they had to do, was to be like, oh, that doesn't make sense. But like, if you're tied so tightly to your logic and your understanding, you will be kept from so much revelation. Like, you will be unable to believe. That's crazy. Faith pleases the Lord. So we can't afford to get stuck on what doesn't make sense. If you want to see miracles in your life and you want to see the Lord defy the odds, well, you have to let go of what makes sense. And so I just feel like that's what the Lord really put on my heart when I was reading this. And then in verse 12, right, it says, but Peter jumped up and ran the entire distance to the tomb to see for himself, right? We do this all the time. It's like we walk by faith and not by sight, but we get caught looking for needing the proof constantly, or wanting it. And right, it's that level of understanding and depending on our senses and stuff. And we really just have to let go of needing our senses in that way, to believe God. His word, everything that he says is valuable and true. And so we have to just learn to just trust him in that tension and have that trigger be like, it's okay if I don't understand. But I love it at the end. It says, when he discovers that Jesus isn't there, it says, staggered by this, he walked away wondering what it meant. I just kind of feel like wondering what it meant. So often I feel like we could get caught in that, where we don't really do the other half of that. Okay, I wonder what this means. Then do you go and ask the Lord and wait on the Lord to tell you? And if he hasn't told you yet, don't fill in the blank, right? We need to be still and know that he is God, because he has a report for us that won't make sense, possibly, most likely. But we need to be able to believe what he says, and we need to wait and see what he says about things. And so that's what I got for you, Luke 24. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.